me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. They come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch, the milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch, 80 lunch. Long as I got stuff from most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. that, when I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it. That hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I used to get pills on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop it from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for this rap killing. Biggie Smalls and
Kidding. That's how I feel right now. Thanks for fucking watching. That's how I feel right now. Jesus. You know, God fucking damn. God damn. You know, man. What the fuck are they thinking? Bro, honestly, trips, bro. I don't even know what to say. I genuinely don't even know what to say. There was so much fucked up in this whole scenario. Yet somehow, the main event turned out good. I thought it turned out good, man, but wow. You know, I knew this would happen, but yet somehow I'm still fucking angry. And I'm really, really fucking angry right now because I cannot, for the life of me, wrap my fucking head around keeping the title on this fucking bum, that we call a world heavyweight champion. I just don't get it. I don't get it. There's a lot of things I don't get. And I've been sitting here for the past 40 fucking minutes trying to wrap my head around why would you make a dumb fucking call like that? I got a couple answers, and I'm obviously going to share them with you of maybe as to why. But I just don't know what we get out of fucking Drew McIntyre at Clash at the Castle again. And I don't understand what Triple H's fucking obsession is with having these guys have shows in their hometown, yet they lose. It's just a very Vince thing to do. And obviously I'm not saying, that Triple H is Vince or anything. I mean, obviously he's a lot better, but like Vince just had this weird obsession with nobody can ever win a match in their hometown. They always gotta lose. And it's really starting to get annoying because, you're missing out on a lot of great, and I mean great moments. And obviously, a victim of this, again, is Drew McIntyre. I mean, I know he's not from Wales, but take you back to the first Clash at the Castle. And it almost just seemed like the perfect night. It really, really did, man. It seemed like the perfect night for things to finally go his way and for him to finally win the big one. Now, in that case, obviously everything worked out. You look at Sami Zayn as well. Sami Zayn is another guy who got the show, got the big hometown show, got the big main event match. WWE could have gave us a great moment, yet they passed. I mean, even if you want to talk about things that are not in people's hometown, look at WrestleMania 39. Cody Rhodes, another main event where it could have been something really special and it could have been a great moment. They passed. Forget about the hometown shit. What is with WWE, specifically Triple H and his run? What is with him and passing on moments? I do not understand. I do not understand, bro. I do not understand. I don't get it. I really, really do not get it. I don't. Man. Drew McIntyre, yet again, for the second time at Clash at the Castle, gets blatantly screwed over by WWE in their booking. And, you know, at least at the first Clash at the Castle, the champion that we had to turn to after Drew got screwed over was Roman Reigns. At least. And obviously he went on to do some of the best work of his career after, you know, introducing Sami Zayn to the Bloodline. You guys know the whole thing. This time, we have this fucking guy, Damian Priest, who should not. This man shouldn't even be walking around with the fucking Intercontinental Championship, let alone the World Heavyweight Championship. This man is walking around with, and we opt to go with what looks like a Damian Priest versus Gunther SummerSlam main event for Cleveland. So you mean to tell me that you opted to go with Damian Priest versus Gunther over Drew McIntyre versus Gunther, CM Punk? So I don't know. First of all, that's the whole problem to begin with. The main event of one of the main events of SummerSlam, or one of the big matches of SummerSlam, whatever you want to call it, in the first place, should have been Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. And some would say, well, they don't really need it. Of course they don't. Of course they don't. But I would rather have them with it because it'll actually elevate the championship than have this championship be involved in whatever Damian Priest is doing, so the title can desperately try to make the man. And it's going to fail every single time. The guy is not a world champion. He's not. He's not. You did the cash in, had your moment. Okay, fine. Okay, whatever. But the fucking deal was, when we got to Scotland, you would take the belt off of him because he is not a good world champion. He's not. And I'll even admit, I've liked his presence in the Judgment Day. How the group's kind of falling apart, but every time he comes around, everybody tries to piece it back together just to let him know that everything will be okay. I like his presence of he just is the guy in the group that commands the respect and the attention from his... I do. However, he's not a good world champion. He's not main event caliber. But you know what was? Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. That's what was good main event level caliber stuff. Main event world title stuff. I'm just so sick and I'm so tired of this fucking championship desperately trying to make this guy feel like a superstar. When Seth Rollins had the World Heavyweight Championship, minus the feud with Nakamura, it felt like the guy was making the title what it was. With Damian Priest, that belt is reaching its hand down and just fucking barely by the grip of life trying to pull this man up. And it's not going well. The decision to keep the championship on Damian Priest, I'm going to stand fucking 10 toes down, was ass. It was ass. It was a horrible fucking decision. I do not know how you do not look at Drew McIntyre's work since fucking October of last year and say, Drew, this is the week, whatever. You got inducted into the Scottish Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. This is your big homecoming. He's got a lot of personal stuff going on with his wife. There you go. For all your hard work, thank you. And minus that, or in plus, we're going to give you broken fucking dreams. That's a whole nother can of worms I have to open. What the fuck was he doing during his WWE contract negotiations? How the hell was that not in the fucking contract? How did you not tell them, I'll resign, all you gotta do is give me broken dreams? What? I mean, what? How? How are you going to continue to ignore people and ignore the fact that people want this man to stop coming out to gallantry? I genuinely do not understand why. People asked for this at the first Clash. People asked for this at WrestleMania. People asked for this tonight. And guess when we got it? Never. I don't know how you butcher the decisions around Drew McIntyre so much in one night. And this just so happens to be the night of his homecoming in Scotland, in front of his friends, in front of his family. Again, the week he gets inducted into the Scottish Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. I'm fucking blown away. I'm blown away that they did this to him again. And then Triple H wants to tell these guys, don't be a downer. How am I not to be a downer when you constantly pass up on fucking amazing moments that could be made? For what? For another 2 months of a fucking garbage title reign that is Damian Priest? And don't even tell me, well, somebody's going to cash in on him before SummerSlam. No, they should not have been the transitional champion, whoever Mr. Money in the Bank is, because we all know if somebody we all know Damian Priest is not making it past Gunther. And if he does, there's got to be some tomfoolery involved. We all know he's not making it past Gunther. We all know that. So, whoever wins Money in the Bank obviously isn't cashing in on Cody because The Rock has to have that championship reserved for himself at WrestleMania 41. And get ready for next year's fucking Royal Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever wins Money in the Bank is cashing in on Damian Priest. So, is it going to be a guy like Finn Balor? Is it going to be a guy like Jey Uso? Don't tell me either of those names. Because either of those names, I don't want to fucking see hold the championship for 3 weeks. You know who I wanted to see hold the championship for 3 weeks? Damian Priest. He should have been the transitional champion here in this whole dilemma. Now we're looking at next year's Money in the Bank winner, and maybe next year's Money in the Bank winner cashes in on Gunther. Maybe you give it to Dragunov. Maybe you give it to Braun Breaker. I don't know. I don't fucking know at this point. That's what this boils down to. I don't fucking know. Because Triple H cannot, for the life of him, seize the moment. Seize the fucking moment, bro. I mean, how many times are we going to do this? How many times? I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand why. I don't understand why we did this to Drew McIntyre again. I don't understand why we passed on this guy's moment for a champion like Damian Priest to continue his reign. This man is not fucking good, bro. He's not. Shit's got me so flustered I forgot to add the fucking logo. Golly. Bear with me. Christ's sake. Bam. There it is. Right smack dab in the middle. I mean, what the fuck are we thinking? I don't get it. I don't fucking understand, man. I don't understand. Another 2 months. And God forbid anything happens at SummerSlam to where this man has to hold this title longer. Because I don't know who. How do you reward Damian Priest for his work when Drew McIntyre's work has been 10 times the work that Damian Priest has done for the show and for the company? I do not understand. I don't. I genuinely do not understand. Anyways, man. How is everybody doing? And welcome to yet again another edition of the Notorious Heels podcast, man. This is another edition of your post-show reviews, this time for Clash at the Castle, Scotland. Man, it was a great show. It was a lot of great in-ring quality across these, WWE's premium live events. A lot of great in-ring quality, man. A lot of good stuff. A lot of head-scratching decisions on tonight's show, which is starting to be a common occurrence. Because I just say sometimes I just don't know where the fuck he's going, man. Sometimes I just don't know where the fuck Triple H is trying to steer the car, bro. Again, man, sometimes I just really don't know. I really don't, man. And, yikes, man. Yeah, I don't get it. But, yes, how is everybody doing, man? And welcome to another edition of the post-show reviews. And, yes, welcome, everybody. How the hell is everybody doing? And if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are, or how the show works, rather, here at the Notorious Heels podcast, this is Every Monday, we are on here live after Monday Night Raw with Notorious Unscripted. Every Friday at 4 p.m. Central, we are on here with the news, man. If you guys did miss yesterday's edition of the news, that is not available for you guys yet. You guys know I probably have the 2 episodes from the weekend, tomorrow or yesterday night, and this review. I'll probably have these up for you guys, either tomorrow or Monday, whatever it allows me, whenever it allows me to start downloading. I'll have those up for you guys as soon as possible. But if you guys do want to find us on all platforms, that is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here live. Like I said, every Monday after Monday Night Raw, every Friday at 4 p.m. Central, and for the big pay-per-views for WWE and AEW, you guys can now find us live directly after the show goes off the air. And with that, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official Notorious Heels podcast merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, where you can find all 8 of these beautiful, beautiful designs, the very best in the IWC, available on there for you guys, man. Again, that is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, where you can find all 8 and more of these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful designs, man. So, with that, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels podcast, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, well, he's not here today. You guys know the man. You guys know Sir K. He is at home recovering from successful surgery. So, well wishes to Sir K, man. And yes, we wish him the best. Yeah, as not sure when he's going to be back. We're going to be playing it by ear. I just want to make sure he's good because, again, like I said yesterday, man, some things are just more important, and I got it covered over here, so that man can relax himself. But we miss him, and we can't wait for him to be back. But we got to worry about him getting better first before we even have a conversation about him coming back. But regardless, again, he knows I'm gonna hold it down. He knows what it is, man, and I'm sure he's watching. But as for everybody in chat, as Durante was asked, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante? Logan Bell. There's the man, Sir K. There he is. Hunter, JT, OG. How the hell are you guys doing, man? And thank you guys for being here, as always. Man. I don't know, man. I don't know. It was it was a good show. It was a good show. I'm not going to sit here and say it was a bad show. Obviously, certain decisions are going to piss me off, but everybody, if you know me, you know I wear my heart on my sleeve, and you know those are going to really, really strike a chord. And it won't be a minor, but it is going to strike a chord. But man, yeah, some decisions tonight definitely struck a chord. However, man, tonight was a good show. Tonight was a good show, man. It was. I had a good time. Hanging out with the guys, man. Getting to just, take the mind off all the other bullshit going around, going on around me at the moment. Because there's a lot of it to pass around. But it was nice, man. It was a nice, just kind of getaway, I guess. And it was nice to just kind of enjoy some wrestling and then just sit back and just kind of enjoy myself, man. It really was. It was well needed. It was very well needed. So, yeah, and then I get to come on here and hang out with you guys. So that obviously makes all the bullshit worth it, bro. It genuinely does. Man. But again, like I said, man, it was an enjoyable night of wrestling. It was a lot of great in-ring stuff going on here on tonight's show. The crowd. Was it France? No. Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I don't know if anybody picked up on it, but I don't think I've ever been more frustrated than when I was watching Chad Gable's entrance. Did they just not know who the fuck he was? Have they not been watching the story that this man's been putting on every week? Was he not watching, or are these people not watching? I mean, they want to hit us with this live and loud meter. Yet these motherfuckers are sitting on their hands for Chad Gable. We don't get a "you suck" during his theme song. Nothing. I mean, did anybody else pick up on that? I don't get it. It sounded like they were piping the shit out of crowd noises tonight. It did. I mean, don't get me wrong. When the crowd wanted to sing, and when they did want to get loud, they could. It wasn't France loud, but it was loud. You know, I mean, it was all right. But I mean, man, I don't know if they were just upset because WWE absolutely ran the fuck out of their pockets to even get in the arena for the show. I don't know what happened. But again, not to say the crowd was bad. They weren't a bad crowd, but it was just like they were getting up for some people, but for others, I mean, man, if you caught the ass end of that stick, whew. I mean, again, I don't know if you guys picked up on Chad Gable's entrance, but holy fuck. It looked like the guy fucking came out there fucking fresh off fucking WWE Superstars on Hulu. And shout out to the OGs that even remember Saturday Slam on Hulu or whatever the hell it was called. Shout out to those people, bro. Cause goddamn, you wouldn't even know that man was fucking is telling some of the best, doing some of the best work of his career. I mean, he walked out there. No, you suck. They weren't even booing. It was just silence. I'm just sitting there like, what? I'm just sitting there like, what? This is Chad fucking Gable. That was kind of odd. However, for other people, Cody Rhodes got a great reaction. Obviously, Drew McIntyre got a great reaction. Damian Priest got a good reaction in terms of a heel reaction. They were booing the shit out of him, as they should have done for Chad Gable. I don't understand the mindset behind that whatsoever. But the women's tag team match, nobody really got a pop for. Afterwards, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn got a huge pop. But like during entrances, yeah, I mean, it was kind of eh. It was kind of eh. I mean, if I'm being 100% honest, I'm wearing the shirt, but I mean, I think we gave them a better run for their money at Survivor Series, to be honest, bro. I mean, I would absolutely say we were a better crowd than them for Survivor Series, man. I mean, we were turning up. We were turning up in the fucking Allstate Arena, but man, I don't know. But like I said, when they wanted to come alive for people, they could. But man, some people just got the ass end of the stick, man. So Sami Zayn's reaction wasn't even too nuts. I mean, it was. I've seen a lot better, and I thought, I mean, people were hyping this up to be, you know, a France level crowd. But yeah, that France crowd, man, that was nuts. That was nuts. It was stupid lit in France. It really was. I mean, it was crazy. But man, so yeah. Anyways, back to my question that I asked myself. Was this better than France? No, absolutely not. The crowd was not, the crowd absolutely was not in any realm better than what France had to offer. France absolutely, I mean, they were rocking and rolling the whole night. Literally from start to finish. They were rocking and fucking rolling, man. So they did great, man. But I mean, yeah, the crowd here, it was good. Don't get me wrong, it was a nice crowd, but yeah, I mean, it wasn't nothing too crazy, man. It wasn't nothing too crazy if you ask me. But I've seen crazier crowds in the UK, for sure. For sure. So, the show opens with what I rightfully predicted would open the show. Actually, let's go ahead and... let's go ahead and move us up here. There we are. AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. This one was very good. Yes. Yeah, they did. They did, bro. I mean, France was just those people were just off. Those people were off that Perk Angle stuff, bro. I mean, they were. If I could go back in time and participate in any crowd, I'm looking at France, bro. Any crowd that I obviously haven't already been a part of. I've been very fortunate to be a part of a lot of really cool crowds. You know, TakeOver Chicago 2. I wish I was a part of the TakeOver Chicago 1 crowd. The TakeOver Chicago War Games, man. CM Punk First Dance, All Out 2021. Probably AEW's best pay-per-view ever. I was there. You know, I was a part of that crowd, man. It was awesome. I've been very fortunate and very lucky in my lifetime to be a part of a lot of cool crowds. And then obviously the cherry on top of the cake, Survivor Series 2023. You know, my man Logan said it in his ranking pay-per-views video that we did in the beginning of the year. But yeah, that's a show you're definitely gonna never hear us shut up about. So get used to it if you do watch some of the Notorious Heels. But man, yeah, I've been very fortunate to be a part of a lot of crowds. So excluding crowds that I haven't been a part of, if there was any crowd I would love to go back in time and be a part of, dude, that France crowd was just something, bro. I don't know. I probably would have just looked around and asked somebody how to pronounce half the shit and then just been saying it. I probably wouldn't have even known what I was saying, but it was great. It was great. Yeah, they were rocking and rolling, bro. But yes, the show opens with Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles, man. AJ Styles is pulling out some of that 2018 lime green SmackDown gear with a little bit of, you know, today's twist on it, which was good. It's a nice gear, man. And then Cody Rhodes came out, man, and he got the traditional Cody Rhodes Heroes Welcome. They're singing his theme song after, you know, the song stops playing over the PA. They continue singing. Yeah, he got the Cody Rhodes. He got the Cody Rhodes special, man. Go out there, do a couple woes, and sit there and smile and look like he's about to cry. Type Cody Rhodes entrance, but no, it was very good. It was very good. Those are always fun to watch when he's on these premium live events. Well, the match got off to a pretty quick start, I should say, and what I mean by that is just a few short minutes in, this man Cody Rhodes had blood all over his face. He was bleeding like a mug. Yeah, he was bleeding like crazy. He was bleeding like crazy, man, already. Very, very soon into the match. Not like too soon, but fairly soon into the match. He was already busted open, man. I don't know if they allowed him to bleed again, or I don't know if he actually got busted open or used like a blood packet, or I don't know what he had going on, but nonetheless, he was bleeding. He was bleeding, man. AJ Styles had a big chunk of offense for majority of the beginning of the match. Like I said, Cody started bleeding. AJ Styles was caning him. He was Sandman caning him. He was, yeah, like I said, whooping the shit out of this man with the cane. He ends up putting Cody Rhodes in a submission hold, and Cody ended up passing out. Cody ended up passing out as, yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, Yeah, he wasn't. He didn't have a crimson mask like his brother on Dynamite for no reason. Yeah, he didn't have a crimson mask, but yeah, he got busted open pretty quickly, man. But yeah, you could definitely tell. You could tell when the blood is a little more fake, because real blood dries on the face a lot quicker, and it's got more of a darker tone to it. So you could definitely tell it was. You could definitely tell it was definitely probably a blood packet for sure. But yeah. So Cody Rhodes ended up passing out, and AJ Styles says to the referee, "He passed out. I won." He passed out. I won. AJ, this is an I Quit match, right? Just saying. I mean, okay, whatever. The ref says to him, this is an I Quit match. He has to say I quit. AJ Styles then goes and gets the velvet bag. We all know, don't we? A pair of the old thumbtacks. Nope. AJ says, nope. I got something better. Pulls out handcuffs. He pulls out handcuffs. He cuffs Cody Rhodes to himself. He cuffs his hands behind his back. They were a really long pair of handcuffs, though, so it was rather easy for Cody Rhodes to position his arms instead of behind him to, kick his legs out and get the handcuffs to where they're in front of him. But so he gets the handcuffs and continues to beat Cody Rhodes with a chair. And they ask Cody if he quits. Cody says, absolutely not. And AJ, at this point, gets out of the ring and gets in Mama Rhodes. He gets in Mama Rhodes' face. He gets in Cody's mom's face, and this man AJ was about to be on demon time. He's sitting there yelling at her, and he's poking her in like her chest. And he's talking to her, She ends up slapping him. Then she ends up going to turn around, turns back around and slaps him again. And she slaps AJ like 3 or 4 times. So now at this point, AJ's pissed. He gets in the ring, grabs the chair. He grabs the chair that he was beating Cody Rhodes with. He gets out. And he goes to fucking smack Cody's mom on the head with the steel chair. He lifts the chair above his head, and he goes to fucking smack her with it. And then he just gives up, and he just, takes the chair down and gets back in the ring. But then he's screaming to Cody's mom. He says, I got something for you. As he takes the chain and he wraps it around his forearm. He goes on the outside, goes to give Cody Rhodes a phenomenal forearm with the chain wrapped around his arm. And Cody throws a chair at his head, square, smack dab at this man's head. I mean, you heard the doink and everything. I mean, it was something out of a fucking cartoon. It sounded brutal. Smacks this man on the head. AJ goes flying off into, and I'm already like, ooh, because he threw a chair at his head. And then I completely forgot, and I love table spots like this. I love it. It brings me back to one of my favorite table spots. And it's so random, and most of you guys probably won't remember this match, and if you do, you're a real one. But it brings me back to how I felt watching Sanity versus the Authors of Pain from NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3? Yes. I want to see. Yeah, it was 3. Because, I mean, yeah, that was... So they set a table up in the beginning of the match, but it didn't come into play until the end of the match. And by that point, I almost completely forgot that the table was there. I almost I remember it was the spot where Nikki Cross and Paul Ellering were arguing with each other, and the ref got distracted by Paul Ellering, so Nikki Cross went and dived on Razor, I think, and he caught her, and right as he caught her, you just okay. I think we're back. Apologize for that, but anyways, yeah, I love matches, man. I love matches like that, man, where the table doesn't come into play, and where the table doesn't come into play until a little bit later in the match, and you almost forget it's there. So I really enjoyed that table spot. Yo, my man Durante, how the hell are you, man? What is going on? Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate it. So I love stuff like that, man. So AJ goes right through the AJ goes right through the table, and Cody crawls over and finds the key. Aha! He finds the key to the handcuffs, uncuffs himself. He then ends up cuffing AJ to the rope. And he starts obliterating this man with the chair. So we're getting to see a little bit of Cody Rhodes' killer instinct, if you will. He's definitely going to need that about next WrestleMania season for the final boss. For the final boss. When the final boss comes in to take his championship right out of his fucking grasp. However, he starts obliterating AJ Styles with the chair. Like I said, showing off that killer instinct. And they ask AJ if he wants to quit. He says, "Screw you, Cody Rhodes." And Cody goes and grabs the steel steps. He then backs AJ into the corner. And he's got the steps above his head. And he goes to charge at AJ with the stairs. And AJ, with his hands up, "No! I quit! I quit! I quit!" And AJ Styles quits the match. AJ Styles quits the match. Huh? So, obviously, the right winner here is Cody Rhodes. Cody is keeping that belt nice and warm. And he's gonna, continue to tell his story until WrestleMania 41, when the final boss, who is going to make SmackDown a shit show for the next year, because Cody, instead of dropping the belt to Gunther at SummerSlam, is going to have to face The Rock at WrestleMania. So keeping the belt real nice for Mr. Dwayne Johnson. But to refresh you real quick, Logan, I was talking about how I love table spots where the table gets set up in the beginning of the match and then it doesn't come into play till the end. And I was talking about when Nikki Cross dived on Akam when the ref wasn't looking, or Razor, and Killian Dane came and did the crossbody, and then there was the table there that they set up in the beginning of the match that I forgot about. 6 spots. I was comparing that to the table spot tonight with AJ, where he went through the table. But yes. So Cody standing there with the belt, or with the stairs, I mean, after AJ said, "I quit," Cody's standing there. He's standing there, and he's looking at his mom, and he's saying, "Are you good? Are you okay?" And he just goes right up to AJ and smacks him right on the head with the steel steps anyway. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, okay. it's an okay ending. I just don't really know how much this helps AJ here. I don't really know how much this helps. I don't really know how much favors. I don't really know how much favors that this does for AJ Styles. He kind of looked like a little wimp. You know, being that this is an I Quit match and being that he sort of realigned himself with Gallows and Anderson, I absolutely thought that AJ was going to have those guys come out and you know, at least try to help him win somehow. I mean, maybe that's a good thing it didn't happen, so it didn't look like Cody was just putting himself over the whole entire club or OC, whatever they're called. Maybe it is a good thing, but yeah, he just kind of looked a little wimpy, I thought. I mean, I don't really know how you could have ended this. And I also don't really know what else there is to do with AJ at this point. Yeah, I don't really know what else there really is to do here, if they do anything. Because, yeah, after the match, Cody is on the ramp, and all of a sudden, you see come from behind him the tribal chief, Solo Sikoa. You see Solo coming out here, and he's in full weekend get up. He's in his red suit with his gloves. And he's standing beside Cody Rhodes, and he's clapping. He's clapping for him, you know. And Cody gets in his face, and he gets in Cody's face, and he's telling Cody Rhodes something. And then you see Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa come out from just the entranceway, and they start attacking Cody Rhodes. Interesting. They start attacking Cody Rhodes. So the bloodline is jumping Cody Rhodes at this point. So in my mind, I'm thinking, is the big destination PLE where they're going to do Cody and Solo? Are they looking at Money in the Bank? Interesting. And then Kevin Owens and Randy Orton come out to save Cody Rhodes, running off the bloodline. I don't really like that, but okay. They run off the bloodline, and I honestly would have liked if, you know, they jumped Cody Rhodes successfully here, and then, you know, at a later date, we get the Orton and KO save. But, again, like I said, with a lot of these matches, I don't really know where the fuck we're going. In terms of, are we going to do Cody and Solo at SummerSlam? And then at the end of this, Randy Orton is hugging Cody Rhodes, and he's just he can't take his eyes off the WWE Championship. What are we doing? Are we doing Solo? Are we doing Randy? Are we doing Solo at SummerSlam, and then maybe Randy turns after the match or after SummerSlam and turns on Cody Rhodes to then set up a feud for the fall between those two? Maybe leading to a Hell in a Cell match or something, a Bad Blood. What are we doing? It looks like they're going to be friends for now. It looks like they're going to be friends for the time being. At least, yeah, like I said, for the time being, it looks like they're going to be friends. But I could see maybe SummerSlam or after SummerSlam, I could see Orton turning on Rhodes and setting up that whole thing. So I could see that. But yeah, as for right now, it looks like Cody's next plan of action is the bloodline, you know, and I know a lot of people want to see an AJ trilogy, but it doesn't really look like they're going that way, man. I mean, AJ Styles, he said, I quit, man. Usually an I Quit match, a Hell in a Cell match, or, whatever the case is, those are type of things that end a feud. Those are the type of things that end a feud, man. Those are, made to be vicious matches. Those are made to be vicious matches, and yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what they got going on, man. I don't know what they got going on, but I'm assuming Cody Rhodes is going to be facing the Bloodline next, and yeah, I mean that's that, bro. So yeah, like I said, Orton though, man, fixated on that WWE title. That was definitely their first planting of seeds for probably what should have been the SummerSlam main event, which is why I just did not understand why we didn't give the King of the Ring to Orton. But what do I know? What do I know, man? But yeah, so that was a decent little segment. Like I said, I don't really like, the use of the new Bloodline, really. I mean, they've done okay. They've done good work, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I feel like WWE has I just feel like WWE's running into a problem where not a lot of people take this group very seriously. That's just kind of how I feel. That's kind of how I feel, man. And yeah, I genuinely just feel like, yeah, not a lot of people really take this group very seriously at all. I think a lot of people want Roman to come back, and I think WWE has a good chance of actually legitimizing this group if they do something such as put them over the OG Bloodline or something like that. But a lot of people also don't really buy in. A lot of people don't really buy into Solo as the tribal chief, man. A lot of people want to see Roman as the, a lot of people want to see Roman back. A lot of people obviously aren't buying the Solo tribal chief, but so that's definitely something WWE's running into with this new Bloodline. But yeah, like I said, a way they can be taken seriously, man, is like I said, man, maybe a win over, the OG Bloodline, or maybe winning some sort of tag team championships, or just something. They got to do something. Man. But yeah, again, it started off really hot, but I think we're kind of just in this waiting period now where Triple H is sort of doing a whole lot of nothing with them, and we're kind of just in this waiting period where we're waiting for the old OG Bloodline to come back, and then I think things will really pick up for this new Bloodline, and it will help them get more over, I think. So I think that'll be, I mean, Solo beating Cody obviously would be a way, but that is not the way I would go. I don't think Solo's the guy to beat Cody, nor do I think The Rock is, but we're still going in that direction, so I digress. But yeah, I don't think Solo is the guy to beat Cody. I would say give Solo about another year or two, and I think, hopefully he should be ready and primed for some world championship type stuff then. But as for now, nah. Yeah, I'll have to pass on a Solo world title reign for now. But yeah, but like I said, they ran off the new Bloodline, and yeah, it just kind of looks, I don't know, the group's just in a weird spot right now. And hopefully Triple H gets it together and makes that interesting again. A lot of the more intriguing parts from the new Bloodline segments is Paul Heyman. It's Paul Heyman, man. I mean, and I think the reason that is like I said, a lot of people just don't really buy into Solo being the leader of the group. Now, I think it'll be revealed at a later date. He was kind of just running it while the final boss was away, getting cantaloupes on his elbow. But I think a lot of the reason people are still very intrigued in it doesn't really have anything to do with Solo or Tama Tonga or Tonga Loa, and they're all great as a group, but something's just not there yet. I think another thing that doesn't help is the way they dress, it's a little corny. It's a little corny. Solo with I don't even mind him in the suit, bro, but the leather gloves. I mean, that is just something that just looks incredibly corny. I mean, who does the fucking guy think he is? Eazy-E wearing the leather gloves? I mean, with the weekend suit on? You know, I don't really like that, man. And I don't think I think a lot of people just don't really buy into it, man. But one of the like I said, one of the main things that keeps the just hype around the story is Paul Heyman, because we all know that man is desperately awaiting Roman Reigns' arrival. And I cannot wait to see his reaction when Roman Reigns does inevitably, you know, make that return entrance, man. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for it. You can't wait for it. It's going to be awesome. Okay. It really is going to be, it's going to be an amazing, amazing thing. But, yeah, I don't know, but it looks like Cody's going to be going after the Bloodline next, and maybe that's what they need, right? Maybe that's what they need. Maybe they just need to be a higher up on the card and just have, you know, just have that, just kind of be in that main event echelon, upper echelon of talent, man. And obviously the story with Cody is there. And maybe they capitalize on that, man. Maybe they do Solo and Cody at Money in the Bank. Maybe they save it till SummerSlam. I don't really know at this point. That we're just gonna have to wait and see, because we have two huge options for Cody Rhodes for SummerSlam in Solo and Randy Orton. Which, if that's the case, why couldn't you have one of those guys win King of the Ring? I mean, you could have had Orton because he was in the tournament. He ran the whole tournament on the SmackDown side of things. Get to the finals, he lost. If he gets a World Championship match, what was the point of having him lose King of the Ring then? He could have just won it. And then Solo, hell, maybe that could have made him look more legitimate than he is by winning King of the Ring. I mean, if you had the idea in mind, oh, well, Solo, we want Solo to challenge Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. How much more legit can you get? You call yourself the Tribal Chief, I'm going to put myself in the King of the Ring tournament. And he runs the whole tournament and wins the fucking thing. That would have made Solo look pretty great, if you ask me. But no, we had to go with Gunther because that was Triple H's idea for God knows how long. And we had to go with Gunther, and we're just going to put him in a match that absolutely nobody on the fucking face of Earth wants to see. I don't get it. A lot going on. A lot going on, yet a whole lot of nothing going on in WWE at the moment, man. I wish Triple H would be just so I don't know. I wish he would just make the right calls, bro. I wish he would, man. Again, if you're going to have Gunther did not need King of the Ring. Gunther did not listen. If Gunther was to win the World Heavyweight Championship, okay, this is all fucked up stemming from the draft, because I don't even know why Gunther was drafted to Raw. You know what I mean? I know you're probably looking at, well, Gunther was drafted to Raw because The Rock saving Cody for himself. Let's face it. The Rock is saving Cody for himself. He is. We all know it. It's the inevitable. Don't try to deny it. WrestleMania 41, probably going to be Rock versus Cody. I don't understand why. And it's probably all going to be just for The Rock to win the World Heavyweight Champion, or the WWE Championship. And for the fucking love of God, I don't know who thinks this is a good idea other than Dwayne Johnson. Well, we all know his own fucking cousin, the real final boss, Roman Reigns, really wasn't rocking with that idea himself. I don't get it, man. But if that's the case, man, it sucks, because we just got done holding a title hostage for a good amount of time with Roman Reigns, and now we're doing it again, and we're having Cody Rhodes be the longest reigning transitional champion ever. I don't get it. I don't get it. And then what happens with The Rock? When The Rock wins the title at WrestleMania 41, I guarantee you he's holding that title a year. Because you know he ain't facing Roman Reigns anywhere but WrestleMania. I mean, we'd get lucky if he opted to do it at the Summer Saudi show. So we only get like a little 2-month reign with the guy. But man, I do not understand. But anyways, like I said, Gunther shouldn't have even been drafted to Raw to even make it to the Raw King of the Ring bracket. He should have been drafted to SmackDown. He should have went on to face Cody for the WWE Championship. And he should have won at SummerSlam. Went on, faced the likes of Dragunov at Berlin, something along that line. But instead, we're probably going to be getting a year-long Cody title reign that is probably not going to be any more impressive than it is now. It might get a little more impressive with the Randy feud and with whatever they got going on with Solo, and then obviously the stuff with The Rock. But it's probably not going to be the greatest thing in the world. And I hope differently, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I do not understand the decisions, bro. But yeah, so the Bloodline comes out and attacks Cody Rhodes to then get saved by Randy and KO as these two guys, celebrate as Randy Orton deviously looks at the WWE Championship. So should be interesting to see what goes on there. And yeah, man, so that is that. As for the next match, for the Women's Tag Team Championships, Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Obviously, the Scottish natives here tonight on Clash at the Castle. This match was okay. It was honestly very sloppy. It was a very, very sloppy match. You could tell they tried. You could tell everybody tried, but this match was just insanely sloppy. It was insanely sloppy, man. It was nothing too special. Nobody, and I mean nobody, and yes, that includes Bianca Belair, got a pop in their entrance. I mean, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn hardly got a pop in this match. They didn't. They hardly got a pop themselves, but yeah, I mean the match itself was pretty bland. It kind of just happened, in all honesty, man. Like I said, it was it started off decent, I guess, if you could even say that, and then man, all of a sudden people just started falling. Nothing was connecting. Everything just looked like a ball of slop. I mean, it was not really a great match, man. It was not really a great match at all. Like I said, decent, under average at best. Jade Cargill goes to jump in the ring and does the CM Punk spot. Yeah, like JT's saying, the CM Punk and AEW spot where CM Punk's excuse was he broke his foot. I don't know what her excuse was, but she goes to do the springboard in the ring and completely eats shit and falls right on her face. Yeah, he falls right on her face. Shayna Baszler then gets a Karafuda clutch on Jade Cargill as Jade, in the beginning of the move, Bianca's got her arm and Jade's just going, just like lightly tapping out. And the commentators even were kind of pointing it out, like, wait, is she like, how the hell is she tapping? Like, does nobody see this? Don't know what the logic behind that was. Maybe for Zoe and Shayna to get another, to get another shot. I guess, maybe. Bianca Belair then goes for a 450 and completely misses the move. Hits Shayna Baszler on the back with both of her knees. They then get Shayna up for their little wheelbarrow finisher. So they get her up for that. And Shayna goes flying back. Jade almost threw her into the corner turnbuckle. And after this, Isla Dawn got in the ring and pushed Jade out. And Alba was holding Bianca's leg. And Isla Dawn steals the pin. Steals the pin for her and Alba Fire as the Unholy Union are your new women's tag team champions. The new women's tag team champions, man. Well, in hindsight, I'm fucking glad somebody from Scotland got to win a fucking championship here on tonight's show. I'm glad somebody did. And I am glad it was these two. I know this was pretty emotional for Alba Fire, as obviously I talked about it yesterday, but her mom passed away in a car accident over the past week. So I'm sure WWE wanted to do this for her and for them, just because of everything that has gone on and everything that I can only imagine what she's going through, just mentally and just, in life in general. I'm sure that I'm sure it's tough. I'm sure it's really tough on her right now, and I'm sure this night probably meant a lot to her, to get to come back home. And win the women's tag team championships. I'm sure it was very special for her, and I'm very happy for them. I do like the team. They're a team that I've been asking for WWE to use for a very long time now. I've been asking for WWE to use these two for a minute because they've sat in catering along with Dijak and Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews and fucking Odyssey Jones and all the rest of those guys. And they've sat there and they've done nothing. And I'm glad that we can actually get them as women's tag team champions, because hopefully WWE will actually start to use them, because Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are very good professional wrestlers, and they should be used at least a little bit more than what they're already being given. So, yeah, but this is, the women's tag team championships are nothing I care about, to be honest, bro. And I'm glad that Alba Fire and Isla Dawn were able to win the championships, like I said, and get their moment, because again, at least some fucking body from Scotland won something tonight. Ridiculous. But nonetheless, I'm happy for these two, and yeah, I hope they go on to have a good reign. I hope they go on to be one of the only women's tag team champions to have a good reign, because I cannot tell you, if you were to show me a list of the history of women's tag team champions, some of those reigns, I guarantee you, I would have absolutely no memory of. None whatsoever. That's just how these championships roll. But yeah, they won the women's tag titles. Yippee-ki-yay. Congratulations to them. But for Alba and Isla, I'm very happy for them, for sure. I'm glad somebody from Scotland won something. The next match for the Intercontinental Championship: Sami Zayn versus Master Gable. I want to say what the fuck, but okay, I think we're back. Apologize for that. So, what I was saying, I don't know what was, I don't know what Triple H was thinking in terms of having Chad Gable lose again. However, I'll tell you now, I'm not as pissed, obviously, as I was for Priest and McIntyre, because of the sole fact of Chad Gable's look he had on his face after the match. I mean, this man, you talk about a look of realization. I mean, this was it. Okay, this was it. This was the look of realization when it comes to Chad Gable and this whole storyline and his relationship with Alpha Academy. That saved it for me alone. However, I'll still sit here and tell you and ask why Chad Gable lost this match. First of all, he comes out to absolutely no fucking reaction. None. Whatsoever. I don't know what this Scotland crowd was on, as if this man hasn't been putting on some of the best fucking work of his entire life in this Alpha Academy storyline. Chad Gable comes out to absolutely no reaction. Sami Zayn comes out to a decent little pop. And then we got to take a break from the Intercontinental Championship match for just a second. Then we get a QR code. Let this be the last one. Because I swear to God, if I have to fucking watch another motherfucking Monday Night Raw where we get QR codes but no Wyatt 6, can I just see the fucking group already? Haven't these QR codes been playing since the night after WrestleMania? 2.5 months? I mean, come on. Please. Please. I swear to God, if we don't get this fucking group on Monday, you'll hear from me. However, oh, dude. JT, man. If they don't debut Monday, I don't know what kind of sick plan WWE's running here, but Jesus, they need to get it the fuck together if they do not plan to get this group together by Monday, because it is fucking way overdue. Enough is enough. I need the Wyatt 6 on Monday. For the love of God. Pretty early on in the match, Chad Gable tells Maxine, you need to stick to the plan, okay? No matter what. Okay. Maxine looks a little scared. Chad and, as she always does, Chad Gable and Sami Zayn's leaning on the ropes, and Chad Gable is distracted with the referee as Maxine grabs the Intercontinental Championship and goes to hit Sami Zayn with the title as he's leaning on the ropes. She goes to smack him across the face with it, but she can't do it, as Otis is just standing there, just, off to the side, watching Maxine be incredibly hesitant with, the champion, with hitting Sammy with the championship. So she can't hit Sammy with it, as Gable gets on the outside and he starts getting in her face and yelling at her. What are you doing? You're supposed to stick to the plan, says Gable. And all of a sudden, my main man, Otis, gets in Maxine's, no, he doesn't get in Maxine's face. He gets in front of Maxine, and he gets in Gable's face as he gets a fucking huge reaction. He gets a huge reaction. And another thing that pissed me off, Scotland, what the fuck are y'all doing, man? Barely chanting for Otis? I heard them chant for Otis probably about twice. Bro, when Sammy was on the outside trying to tell Otis to listen to the fans should have started chanting for Otis, but they're sitting there singing Sami Zayn's name. What are y'all doing, bro? Sing for the man, Otis. However, he gets in front of Maxine. He gets a huge pop for Otis as he gets in Gable's face. Gable starts to, as he always does, get a little scared when Otis is getting in his face. He gets a little scared. Sami Zayn then comes over the top with a tope suicida, and Gable pulls Otis in the way. Gable then gets up on the top rope and does a moonsault onto Sammy and Otis. So, yeah, like I said, does a moonsault to Sammy and Otis. Sammy then ends up getting himself in a ankle lock while he's on top of the barricade. He's hanging over the barricade, and Gable has him in an ankle lock. He crawls himself out from the barricade, and he's just in a regular ankle lock on the floor. He then ends up rolling through. Chad Gable goes diving and fucking chop blocks Maxine's leg, the leg that she has a boot on. He chop blocks it. At this point, Otis is pissed. Otis is furious. Otis is furious, man. Gable, obviously scared shitless, gets in the ring. He gets in the ring and he's trying to tell him that, Sammy did it. Sammy did it, and Sammy's laying there on the outside. And Otis he puts his fist up and he goes to hit him. And Maxine is behind Otis, fucking flailing and flopping around like a fish. And she's screaming, Otis, Otis. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Everybody else, in terms of their acting, is absolutely cooking. I mean, Sammy's cooking. Gable's cooking. Otis is cooking. And then there's Maxine. Very, very ungenuine actor. Very ungenuine. The way she was screaming and crying for Otis. I mean, good Lord. Just tell me you're trying to act at that point. Does not come off very natural or genuine whatsoever. So Otis turns around, and he kind of realizes she's screaming his name, and he goes and picks her up, and he's carrying her away. Gable's standing in the corner yelling at Otis to get back here, and he eats a haluva kick, and Sami Zayn beats Chad Gable. God damn it, Trips. Now again, Gable should not have lost. Again, especially. This man has, in this feud with Sammy, this man has lost twice. Technically 3 times if you count the triple threat match. This man has lost 3 times in Intercontinental. And like they're saying on here, like they're saying on commentary, Michael Cole was saying it. Gable just can't win the big one. Are we serious with this? You mean to tell me this guy can't win the big one? However, what saved this for me, and it really did, because I'm telling you, if we wouldn't have got that look, at the end, I'll tell you what I think is going to happen. That look And how much they shot that look. I mean, they stayed on Gable for like a hot 30 seconds while this man was just fucking fuming. You could tell. No emotion on the face, just a dead cold stare off into the distance. This man was not happy. Obviously, that's no secret. Sammy, on the way out, says, He goes like that, Chad Gable, as in, this is done. I don't think it's done. I think what we're going to do, I think what Gable's going to do now, because he's such a manipulative bastard, I think Sammy thinks this is over. The Academy might think this is over. But I think Chad Gable knows this is not over. See, what I think's going to happen, they are going to get turned on. They being the Academy, Chad Gable and Maxine and Akira Tozawa, they're going to get turned on by Chad Gable. I think he's going to have the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile attack them. Sammy's going to see this, and Sammy's sort of got attached to the Academy by now because he's been trying to help them. So he's going to interject himself back into the feud, and they're going to do some sort of stipulation, I think, where Sammy gives Gable one last shot, but if he doesn't win, then he could never challenge for the IC title as long as Zayn is champ ever or whatever. They're going to do something like that. And then I think that is where the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile are going to help Chad Gable become the Intercontinental Champion. And while all this is going on, I guarantee you, man, or at least it should be, Otis is going to... Otis is still not going to be able to let it go. He's still not going to be able to let it go. Either that, or he's still not going to be able to hit Gable until Gable is already the IC champ, and then he'll, reach his breaking point. Or he's going to introduce the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile into the group while Otis, Maxine, and Tozawa are still in the group. They're going to help him win the IC title, and then after he wins the IC title, they're going to have the Creeds and Ivy Nile just kick the other three out of the group, and then it'll just be Gable, Ivy, Brutus, and Julius. So that's what I think's going to happen, because that look on Gable's face told me about all I need to know in terms of what the next plan of action is for Chad Gable. And I think what that is, is he knows it's time that he needs to get these people in the group, get new people in the group while still keeping the same people in the group, or getting rid of the baggage that is the Alpha Academy that just can't seem to help him get over the hump. So I think that's what we're looking at with Chad Gable. This is something I'm willing to let play out because of just this. And again, I'll still sit here and tell you Gable should not have lost again to Sami Zayn. But I'm telling you also, one reason I'm not super pissed about it is because that look on Chad Gable's face told me about all I need to know in terms of where his mind is at and what he, I'm sure he knows he needs to do. And that is, like I said, get rid of the baggage. Get rid of the baggage. And that is the current Alpha Academy. So as for the match was very good. I did enjoy the match. There was a lot of just peak storytelling, man. I mean, this is really, really, really good stuff. This is really good stuff, man. This is really good stuff in terms of the story that they're telling, and in terms of the story that they're telling, and just the story. In terms of the championships in WWE, man, around like nowadays, the Intercontinental Championship and the story surrounding it with Gable, Sammy, and the Alpha Academy is one of the only things that I've been able to sink my teeth into all summer. Aside from, aside from like Drew McIntyre, but that doesn't have a fucking championship involved because we have Puerto Rican Jack Swagger running around with the championship. But why do I want Gable to win so badly? Because Gable is that dude. Gable is, JT said it not too long ago, man, but very, very just Kurt Angle. Very Kurt Angle. Very Kurt Angle, man. I mean, he's very reminiscent, very smooth. He's doing some of the best work of his career. Yeah. That's why I want Gable to win the IC title so badly, because Gable is the man. Gable is the man. He's amazing. He's proved it up and down. He can walk the walk. He can talk the talk. I mean, Gable's that dude, bro. Gable is that dude. And he, talk about fucking somebody being deserved of their hard work. I mean, Jesus Christ. Can they please reward this guy for the love of fucking God? I don't get it. I don't get it, man. But Gable does lose here. And like I said, don't get me wrong. I was very pissed that Chad Gable lost. But at the end of the day, like I said, that look saved a lot of the anger from my soul, because a lot of the anger from my soul, just with that look he was giving, because I know what's coming next, and I know this isn't over for Chad Gable. I know it's not. So yeah, that is that, man. And yeah, so yeah, they actually played a little vignette or video package for Money in the Bank in Toronto, and it looks pretty cool, man. It looks pretty cool. It looks like very heist kind of themed. Yeah, very, very heist theme, and just, like the incognito man, the little incognito logo guy. They have like him on the poster, the guy with the hat and the trench coat, and he's kind of like a little stick figure. It's a pretty cool theme. I like that they're doing something different than money. You know what I mean? I mean, money is the obvious, but like I like that they're doing something different for Money in the Bank. It adds a nice touch. It does. Yeah, but yeah, that was that. The next match, Bayley defends the Intercontinental. What the fuck am I talking about? Bayley defends the WWE Women's Championship against Piper Niven. Match was good. Match was good, man. I enjoyed it, man. What's going on, man? Ray, how the hell are you? But the match was okay. I thought there was a bit much interference from Chelsea Green. It was a little more when they kicked Chelsea Green out. At that point, I got my hopes up because I wanted to just see. I wanted to just see Piper and Bayley just kind of ball the fuck out, because I know that they can do it. But the match was a little short. It was a little short, and it was kind of just, they didn't really get too much time to do much of anything before, Chelsea Green came back out, and there was just a lot of shenanigans going on. So it wasn't really what I expected, to be honest. It wasn't really what I expected out of these two. Again, once Chelsea got kicked out, I was like, dude, okay, it is time for Piper Niven to fucking show these motherfuckers what they've been missing. And it was not much of that. Again, the crowd was pretty mediocre. I wouldn't have guessed Scotland would be that quiet for a lot of it. I wouldn't have guessed. I really, really wouldn't have. But yeah, so Chelsea is yelling at the referee in the beginning of the match, and she's tugging on his shirt, and he ends up kicking her out. Bayley and Piper go on to do a whole lot of nothing until Bayley gets Bayley to bellied, Piper gets Bayley to bellied off the top rope, which then before Bayley could pin, Chelsea Green comes back out with a Rey Mysterio mask. Why these two women couldn't have just went out there and just balled the fuck out like I know they can, I don't know. And why we have to revert to just stupid fucking shenanigans. I mean, this act with Chelsea Green and Piper Niven isn't the greatest thing in the world anyway. And I don't understand how much longer we're going to waste Piper's time with having to just be her heater. You know, it sucks because she's very good. She's very good, and she could do a lot more than she's currently doing here in WWE, man. And I just wish they would let her be her. You know what I mean? I hate when they delegate these people to these kind of roles, and it just completely ruins their whole vibe, because we know they're so much better than that. You know what I mean? But nah, man, she wasn't really able to go out there and, like I said, just go nuts like I wanted them to. And if I was counting on a match or if I was really hoping, man, I hope this match is the dark horse banger of this show, it was this one. Because, again, Piper's been in WWE for a minute and has not really got to show who she really is much at all. Then you got Bayley. You know, I know Bayley can have bangers. She just had a banger a couple months ago at WrestleMania. I know she's got it in her. And they have a 13-minute match that's just littered with Chelsea Green stupid fucking antics. I mean, it sucks. It sucks, man. It does. They were on the outside, and Piper gave Bayley a tilt-a-whirl sidewalk slam on the outside. Looked pretty good. Looked pretty brutal, man. That's another thing too. When you talk about Piper being herself, do you guys have any idea how athletic this woman is? I mean, she is a fucking dog in the ring. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen some of her older ICW stuff, and just her British, just independent days before WWE. But Viper was a fucking dog, bro. She was a dog. She was amazing, you know. And I was really hoping we would see a little bit of that here in Scotland, man, but unfortunately not. She hits Bayley with a sidewalk tilt-a-whirl slam on the outside, gets Bayley in the ring, and picks her up in a fireman's carry. Bayley ends up hitting her with a crucifix bomb and seals the deal for herself. And Bayley retains against Piper Niven. Obviously, this was the right call. I did not expect Piper to win at all. I just wish they would have let her ball, because goddamn, I know she's got it in her. And it does suck. It does suck. I mean, the match, the match was all right. The match was all right, man. It was just filled with a lot of, you know, the work they did, you know, was clean and crisp and stuff. And that, you know, made the match good, man. But in terms of just all the extra bullshit in the match that just did not need to be there, she ended up beating her clean anyway. So why did we need all the Chelsea Green interferences? I mean, why couldn't we just put the spotlight on Piper? You know, why couldn't we just let her have a breakout performance here? I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah. WWE announces the Clash at the Castle post show. WWE announces the Clash at the Castle post show, and Corey Graves was pretty upset because nobody told him he was doing the Clash at the Castle post show. That was kind of hilarious, seeing Michael Cole and Corey Graves absolutely just die laughing as Corey Graves just sat there mad as shit. That was kind of funny. As for the whole post show thing, don't really know what that's about. I don't really know what that's about in terms of I'm definitely going to take a look into it. Obviously, we brought you guys, it's from the clips, the few clips I seen before we got on here, it looked like there was questioning, but like I said, I know WWE is floating around the idea of pre-recorded questions or pre-approved questions. I'm hoping it wasn't much different because it shouldn't have been. But as Hunter's saying, it was fairly the same press conference thing. I'm gonna have to listen to the questions and see if they seemed very telegraphed. But we'll have to wait and see on that. And obviously, I'll get back to you guys on that. But yeah, that was that, man, and that was that was Bayley and Piper Niven, and then. Ladies and gentlemen, for the main event. What a fucking mess. What a fucking mess this was, man. Okay, a lot of problems. Starting with Drew McIntyre's entrance. I was saying to my buddy, as we were sitting in the living room, I said, I swear to God. I better not hear that fucking sword cling. Cling. I said, I swear to God, I better not hear it. Get the bagpipes. You know, the people, playing the pipes are coming out and, they're doing their thing. And all of the fucking sudden, you just hear the sword cling as Drew McIntyre, yet again, comes out to gallantry. Bro, what was this man doing near contract season? Bro, you mean to tell me you re-signed with WWE without having them put that in your deal? Without having them put Broken Dreams in your deal? The same guy that constantly teases it. This man was on the fucking Clash at the Castle kickoff press conference or, event they hold, for these international shows a day beforehand. The kickoff event, I think they call it. You mean to tell me this guy looked Damian Priest in his face and said, I dream broken dreams and I make them come true? And he doesn't come out to it? How much more are we going to do this shit? How much more are you going to pump fake us with broken dreams? We wanted it at Mania. We didn't get it. We said, oh, they must be saving it for Clash when he actually wins the title. They didn't do it. We said to ourselves at the last Clash at the Castle in Wales, oh, he's going to come out to Broken Dreams. What do? They put it in a fucking video package before the match. Come on, man. I don't understand. I do not understand, bro. He does not come out to Broken Dreams, and for the love of God, how long are we going to waste these guys' time with these theme songs? And I actually like Gallantry. I do. It's a good song. I like Gallantry. Gallantry was nice when he came back to WWE and he was the Scottish psychopath and he was this, kind of darker version of himself. He was this more violent version of himself. I'm sorry. This Drew McIntyre, I mean, you could even point back to about 2022, 2021, 2020 even. Could have gave him Broken Dreams then. Give him the song back, dude. I don't fucking understand why we're wasting our time with these theme songs that are decent at best. I don't get it. That's why I'm saying, dude, I don't understand why. What the fuck was this guy negotiating in his contract? What was he negotiating for? I mean, dude, what was getting done? Because if I'm Drew McIntyre, that's one of the main things that I would have taken care of. I want Broken Dreams. I need this theme song. I want this theme song. This song is great. The song is fucking amazing. People love it. I love it. I want it back. The people want it back. Let's fucking give it to the fucking people. And what do? They have this man come out to this fucking theme song that nobody wants to hear anymore. People want Broken Dreams. Come the fuck on with this shit, man. And don't even give me the bullshit of, oh, it's a Jim Johnson song, so WWE doesn't want to use it. Dude, the song isn't even a Jim Johnson song. It's a song that was actually made by a band. Get the song. I don't get it, man. Nobody wants to hear this man come out to gallantry anymore. And again, this is coming from somebody who actually really fucks with gallantry. I think it's a great song. But dude, people want Broken Dreams. It's what the people want. Give it to the fucking people. Christ. You're gonna make me started on fucking Damian Priest's entrance. That fucking shitbag song that this fucking guy's coming out to. This is our world champion in the main event of the show with this fucking theme song that's got everybody in my fucking living room laughing. When you see the world champion, you want to look at the guy and you want to say, man, that is the fucking man. That is the man coming out with the belt. You know, he's feeling like the man when he walks through. Yet you look at Damian Priest and the motherfuckers are laughing. Laughing. This guy's a joke as the world champion. This guy fucking sucks as the world champion. He's not a world champion. WWE does this live and loud meter. As soon as they put the meter on the screen, you just heard it get 10 times louder. Nice WWE 2K24 crowd pipe in. Nice. That was the most blatantly obvious thing ever. As soon as the meter goes on the screen, you just hear an eruption as if Broken Dreams just cut on. And that was the other thing. You mean to tell me Drew McIntyre, he took a minute to come out too. This man took about 15 seconds before you seen him. And I'm waiting. I'm sitting there like, you know what, dude? They're about to cut this shit off and Broken Dreams is about to come on. And what do we get? We get him walking out there to gallantry. But yeah, during Drew's entrance, they put this live and loud meter, or loud and live meter, whatever. This little sound meter. And as soon as the meter pops up on the screen, you just hear an eruption. I'm just sitting there like, oh, nice fucking, nice crowd pipe in there. Nice, real nice. But, yeah, Damian Priest, dude, oh my God. You guys talk about, I see, not you guys specifically in chat. Maybe some of you. I don't know. I don't know. Their opinions are your opinions. But I see people talking about how Solo don't got no aura. Have y'all watched Damian Priest? All you got to do, before this man even fucking walks through the curtain, Oh, the aura is gone. As soon as I hear, all rise, I'm dead in the water, sleeping with the fishes. As is his world title reign. Mr. Puerto Rican Jack Swagger comes out, absolutely the definition of no aura whatsoever is Damian Priest. Match gets started off quick. Pretty early on, we get into a Drew McIntyre suicide dive over the top rope. Drew continued to get more offense until Damian started picking up on some more offense. Gets Drew McIntyre out of the ring. And he goes for a suicide dive. This dude, I believe the move is called the Tope con Hilo, because that's the one I use in 2K. It's the one where you run and you put your foot on the middle rope and you flip over, obviously, and do a suicide dive. Like a front flip almost. This man gets his leg caught in the rope and then goes down shoulder first right onto the ring apron. Bam! Hit it. Smacked the shit out of it. He's hanging upside down, and Drew goes to, see if he's okay. You could tell he kind of, put his hands up to, maybe push him back up or whatever. But then he realized, oh shit, we're live, so he just starts kicking Damian Priest. The ref is trying to get Damian Priest's leg unhooked. And Drew ends up getting in the ring and trying to lift Damian Priest up to, get him out of the position. So he eventually gets him out of the position. And this motherfucker starts hobbling around. And I swear to God, I swear on everything, if it comes out at any point that Damian Priest could be legitimately injured, Triple H is on his Tony Khan shit, because how he doesn't call an audible there, I have absolutely no idea. I have absolutely no idea how he does not call an audible if Damian Priest is actually hurt. Now, Priest could have just been working. He very well could have. But I'm telling you right now, man, and I don't think I've seen anything up until this point. I don't think I've seen anything up until this point about Damian being hurt. I could try to refresh and could just kind of see what's going on in the realm real quick. Okay, yeah. So up until this point, I'm not seeing anything so far about Damian being legitimately injured. So nothing has dropped. Yeah, nothing has dropped up until this point. So as of now, it seems Damian Priest is all right. But I'm telling you, bro, if it comes out at any fucking point that this guy was injured and we did not call an audible, that's your second fucking problem. So he's limping around. He hits Drew McIntyre with a South of Heaven, which gets kicked out of. Damian Priest goes to throw Drew McIntyre in the corner, and the referee just jumps outside of the ring. I don't know why he couldn't have just moved the other way. He decided to jump out of the ring. He hurts his ankle. He tries to get back up onto the ring apron, and somebody gets thrown into him, and he goes flying off into the barricade again. So the ref gets out of the ring to save himself from getting hit, gets back up on the ring apron, and then gets hit. Damian Priest goes to go for the South of Heaven, and Drew counters out of it. He ducks a lariat, bounces off the ropes, and hits him with a claymore. Drew is pinning Damian Priest for about 5 to 7, 8 seconds. And no count. And all of a sudden, we see the new official run down to the ring as the new official counts 1, 2, and he stops. As he stops and he's standing in the ring on one knee, he's doing this to Drew McIntyre. It was 2. Drew obviously looks up and he just has the look of just fucking disgust. That's the look I have every time I hear "All Rise" every fucking Monday night, and I have to see our fucking bum world champion come out here, Mr. Puerto Rican Jack Swagger. That's the look I have on my face. The look that Drew McIntyre gave CM Punk when he realized, you motherfucker. He backs CM Punk into the corner, and he starts choking him out, right? Doing a little Jack Perry action, right? Choking him. Punk is trying to choke him back, but his arms, can't really get a good grip on Drew McIntyre's neck. So he low blows Drew McIntyre, hops out of the ring. Puerto Rican Jack Swagger hobbles over there, gives him a south of heaven. And at this point, I'm sitting at the edge of my seat, damn near on the fucking ground, with my hands on my fucking head saying, no, no, no. And Puerto Rican Jack Swagger wins the fucking match. Oh my fucking God. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I mean, you've got to be fucking railing me at this fucking point. You mean to fucking tell me I have to watch another fucking 2 months of this fucking fool as the world heavyweight champion? And I have to watch Damian Priest. It makes my fucking skin crawl knowing that the World Heavyweight Championship match at SummerSlam is probably going to be Damian Priest versus Gunther. You know how much the sound of that match makes my fucking skin crawl? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking for real, Triple H? You gotta be fucking with me, man. You actually look at this guy as a world champion? This fucking buffoon? You look at him as a world champion caliber athlete. This guy is not world champion level at all. This run sucks. And now it's going to continue. Great. Fantastic. What a waste of a summer in the main event scene for Monday Night Raw. What a complete waste of a summer. And see, the cash in, to prolong Drew McIntyre getting his moment till Clash at the Castle, fine. Okay, if we wanted to go from April to June, okay, whatever. I could live with it. This guy's still fucking world champion. This guy, this fucking fool, Puerto Rican Jack Swagger, is still the world champion. And our summer is probably going to be wasted with this motherfucker on top of Monday Night Raw as the world champion, being the most irrelevant world champion ever. Seth Rollins did so good for that title, and this guy just continues to bring the prestige of the championship down. The championship is desperately reaching out with all hope to fucking grab this motherfucker's lifeless soul and bring him up to world champion status. That is what that championship is trying to do for Damian Priest. The championship is trying so fucking hard to make the man. And it shouldn't be that way. The man should make the title. Seth Rollins made that title. Drew McIntyre, for the 5 fucking minutes that he held it, made the title a hell of a lot more than the last 2 months have been with Damian Priest as your world champion. This reign is the drizzling shits. It sucks. It's horrible. It fucking blows. The world championship situation on Monday Night Raw with him as world heavyweight champion is absolutely irrelevant. Irrelevant. It is. Absolutely irrelevant. And now this fucking guy is going to hold a championship till SummerSlam. Because if he does drop it anytime before that, I feel bad for whoever the fuck holds it. Because they will have to hold the championship for about a month or less. What a joke. What a joke. I'm getting real fucking aggravated with these fucking dumbass decisions. Trips, you've done a great job. You have. You put the company back on the map. But fuck, for Christ's sake. Could we fucking make the right call? For once? Seize the fucking moment? Please. I'm fucking begging you. This is a guy who... This is the same guy that booked Black and Gold NXT that was moment on moment on moment. Everything was a fucking moment. Because he knew the right time to do shit. He knew the right time for this, the right time for that. He just knew the right time for everything. And on the main roster, ever since he's taken over the main roster, he just can't grasp the concept of now is the moment. How do you live in these moments but continue to be the one guy that makes the dumb fucking decision that nobody wants to see? This is supposed to be the guy that's got his finger on the pulse. He's feeling the wrong part of the fucking neck, I guess. Because it's not where the pulse is. What the fuck are we doing? I don't understand. I do not understand how you look at this situation and not give the title to McIntyre. And again, like I said in the intro to the show, this is a whole butterfly effect. Where it started, I don't know. I'll probably keep finding things to, point this back to. But right now, what's on the tip of my mind is Gunther being drafted to SmackDown. Or, I mean, really, see what I mean? Really, what this all kind of goes back to is The Rock probably lobbying to main event WrestleMania 41 against Cody Rhodes. That fucked everything up. I honestly think Gunther was supposed to take the title from Cody because, well, I don't fucking know. They teased it 2 years in a Royal Rumble. I think Gunther was supposed to go over to SmackDown. But Rock was like, hey, I want the main event of 41. Sent every fucking thing out of whack. It sent everything out of whack. Because now Cody's got to hold the title hostage. He's got to keep it warm. And he's forced to not be able to drop it to anybody for an entire fucking calendar year. And it makes no sense. Nobody wants to see a year-long Cody title reign. I'm sorry. Nobody wants to see it. Babyface champions grow stale a hell of a lot quicker than heel champions do. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It won't. And they're going to get us there, and we're going to idly, get by month through month through month through month. And Cody's going to amount wins and wins and wins, and it's all going to mean nothing because The Rock is going to come back and take the title from him. And don't even get me started on what happens when he wins the title. Because holy fuck. I honestly think Gunther was supposed to get drafted to Raw, and I think Damian Priest was supposed to drop the title tonight. Drew McIntyre was going to go on to face CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania, thus giving maybe a guy, maybe somebody else the King of the Ring, or thus giving Gunther King of the Ring to go on to face Cody at SummerSlam. Yet all of this has just been a horrible butterfly effect, and it has knocked every fucking thing out of whack, and it has caused dumb decision after dumb decision after dumb decision after dumb fucking decision. When are you going to get it right? Triple H, I thought it was your time to pick the flavor of ice cream. Triple H's flavor of ice cream, I thought, was a pretty popular flavor of ice cream. And the more time moves on, the more I'm realizing Triple H likes fucking ice cream in the dead of winter. He likes ice cream when nobody wants ice cream. I don't get it, man. Nobody wants to go sit outside at the ice cream parlor in the middle of fucking November. Okay? I want my ice cream in the summer, motherfucker. That's where I want my ice cream. Yet Triple H, and on top of that, the flavors he likes are mid as fuck anyway. Vanilla. Bland. Like your world champion. Bland. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it, man. I don't get it. Ridiculous. Utterly fucking ridiculous was the decision to keep the title on Damian Priest and have this man walk out of Scotland. Scotland. The first WWE pay-per-view in Scotland. The fucking prodigal son loses to a Puerto Rican Jack Swagger. That's what the first pay-per-view in Scotland is going to be remembered for. Puerto Rican Jack Swagger beating Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is a fucking joke. It's a joke. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. The match itself was good. I enjoyed the main event. Like I said, I enjoyed the production of how they had CM Punk interfere. I did. I thought it was nice. I thought they did something, creative. But the decision, I would have just had McIntyre win, and I would have had CM Punk come out and face off with him afterwards. But then that gets tricky because Gunther won King of the Ring. So it's a whole mess. It's a whole mess, and I'm very intrigued to see how the fuck Triple H gets himself out of this. It's a whole mess. It really is. But yeah, so that was basically everything, man, for your Clash at the Castle Scotland review. I really thought this was going to be a happy review. I really thought this was going to be one of the better. I really thought this was going to be one of the better reviews. I thought this was going to be one of the better, happier reviews of the year. And here we are. Here we are, man. It is, I thought this was going to be a show where a lot of things got right. Number one on my list being the World Heavyweight Championship. And here we are, where Damian Priest looks to be the world champion for the rest of the summer. And the summer on Raw has been ruined in the main event scene. This man, Drew McIntyre, has been the fucking champion for months without the title. You might as well have just given it to him here. What a joke. What a complete fucking joke. It's a mess. And it's infuriating. Why Gunther won King of the Ring, I have no idea. Annoying as fuck. It really is. It really is. But with that, guys, that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast, man. This has been another edition of your post-show review. Obviously, for the next time we will see you guys live on a post-show, it will be after AEW and New Japan's Forbidden Door. And then probably about a week after that, we'll be live with Money in the Bank. So, interesting time. It's an interesting time, man. And with that, that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining me on another solo show. You might be catching me in another one of these on Monday again. I could not. We're all just going to play it by ear. And like I said, we're going to worry about Sir K getting better above all. And we will see him back when he comes back. And we'll be waiting for him. But yes, so there is a chance, like I said, I see you guys on Monday alone. But I don't know. Like I said, we're going to play it by ear. But thank you guys so much for joining me for the Clash at the Castle Scotland review. It's been a rough night. It's been a head-scratching night, again, with a lot of the decisions on these pay-per-views, man. And with that, that is going to do it for this edition of the podcast. Thank you guys so much. Seriously, bro. Yesterday, man, and today as well, I want to thank you guys, man, for just amazing turnouts on the show. I want to thank you guys for amazing turnouts on the show. You guys have really been killing it. It's been great. Thank you to everybody new who subbed, whether you're new to the Notorious Heels family. Thank you guys so much, seriously, for hitting that subscribe button and rocking with the show, man. So I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you guys appreciating our hard work, man. So I really appreciate it, man. Thank you, everybody, seriously, who tuned in, man. Logan, JT, I know my man JB's on the Replay Mafia, OG Durante, Man Ray, Hunter, Bell. Thank you guys so much, seriously, for hanging out with me, man, and talking some Clash at the Castle. Thank you guys so very much. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. And for your next post-show review, like I said, we'll be live with the Forbidden Door review. And with that, that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast. This is going to do it for your second Clash at the Castle review. So, yeah, man. With that, it's going to do it. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you guys. We love you guys. And that is going to do it for the Clash at the Castle review. Thank you guys so very much. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys on Monday with Notorious Unscripted episode 200. See you guys on Monday.
I used to get pills on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for this rap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold. And what you talking about, Willis? The thrill is gone. The black Frank White is here to excite. Throw dick to dice. Bitches are like I'm brainless. Guns are like I'm stainless.